It was a year ago. About myself and another reporter, Ryan Reilly of the Huffington Post, were both in McDonald's that's behind me right now, reporting. Essentially, we were using it as a work zone. A lot of the reporters who've been out here have spent a lot of time in that McDonald's. It's the only building on this street with Wi-Fi and with outlets, and so we were spending time in there. Officers attempted to clear the building. They gave us conflicting information about whether or not they wanted us to leave, whether or not they wanted us to stay. We were attempting to kind of get information from them, and they got frustrated that we were taking too long for their liking, and they decided to take us into custody. It became quite a spectacle. Eventually, the Ferguson police chief called the jail and said, get them out of there. And so we, at the time, were released without any charges, even without formal paperwork. We spent a year trying to get any formal paperwork, and then we found out yesterday they were going to be charged with trespassing and interfering with an officer. Well, so they had a year statute of limitations, right? And so our arrest was on August 13th last year. Our summons was issued on August 6th of this year. And so seemingly they've waited until the very last minute to start issuing summonses and start telling people who were detained last year that they are in fact being charged, and then they need to show up in court. And I don't know quite why or what they stand to gain from pursuing these charges, but what I do know is that we've always maintained, myself and Ryan, that we were behaving in a way that was lawfully, that we were attempting to comply with officers' orders when we were given contradictory instructions, and that, frankly, this is an infringement on our First Amendment rights, our ability as journalists to cover what was clearly a news story.
We're back to March!
On the shoulder? I'm on the shoulder of my brother.
And so I've got a court date currently that's scheduled for August 24th. And right now myself and the Washington Post legal team is trying to figure out how exactly we're going to move forward.
Down here!
Go ahead and take the shoulder.
To have these charges pop up now a year later was certainly surprising and shocking to me. It wasn't something I was expecting to come, especially given the fact that they had rebuffed every single attempt by myself and Ryan to receive any paperwork or any documents about these charges.
How you doing?
I was nice to meet with you.
Hi, Mama Cat. I'm sorry I missed you the last 2 weeks. Thank you for your help, okay?